Hey guys, I'm about to do my homework. If you hear my kids playing over there, sorry about that. If you're new here, hi, I'm a mama 3 who's earning my master's in order to become a licensed therapist. And I just started my clinicals, which is crazy routine-wise, but it's really exciting because I get to apply all the things I'm studying to real people. Also, in case you don't know, I'm Brazilian, in case you couldn't tell by my accent. If you wonder why I speak weird sometimes. It's funny because the most tired I am, the stronger my accent is, and I'm doing my clinicals at nighttime. So yeah, everyone there very much knows I'm Brazilian. But anyway, I miss talking to you guys, and I wanted to share something with you that I've been able to apply a lot with my new clients. And it was something that was life-changing for me when I learned it during my master's, and I see it helping people as well, and I was like, well, I need to bring this to my channel so it can help you guys. I already made a video about anxiety, explained a little bit how it's affected me. I've always dealt with anxiety. If you missed it, I'll link it somewhere. And the thing about anxiety is that it can be a learned reaction from our system, and and our brains just scrambling to try to find a logical reason for it. And it will bring you thoughts, negative thoughts that feel really real. It feels like reality, even though they can be really far from the truth and very unhelpful. But because these thoughts are triggered by a really bad emotion or really bad memory, something that's affecting you physically even, it can be easy to feel powerless with them. But let me tell you, my friend, you are not powerless. I'm gonna give you a handy dandy list of thoughts that really make no sense and are flat out liars. I'm taking this straight out of a paper that I wrote a long time ago on cognitive behavior therapy, and I was like, oh my gosh, the world needs to know this. Number 1, jumping to conclusions. When you're already feeling down on yourself and a friend passes you by and they're a little distracted and you're like, see, they don't even care about me. We're not even friends anymore. It's basically allowing yourself to believe something as a fact when you really don't have enough evidence. It can also be applied towards the future when you're sure something really bad's gonna happen or that you're gonna really mess something up when you don't have enough evidence for that. You don't know the future. You know what else you can't do? Number 2, mind reading. Now, I know if you're an intuitive person, and I like to think that I am, we always think we know for sure what other people are thinking. That's because when you're more sensitive, you can pick up on vibes really quickly, but just because you picked up on a vibe that someone's not happy doesn't mean they're not happy with you because of the reason that you're not happy with yourself. Being intuitive doesn't mean that you're not vulnerable to projecting your own insecurities onto other people or situations. Number 3, overgeneralization. Because something happened that either you did or somebody else did hurt you a lot, because you're constantly going over that in your head, you have the real impression that it's happening constantly. So for example, if you were clumsy in one moment, you think I'm always clumsy. Just because that clumsy moment made you really embarrassed, and you just keep going over it in your head, but no one's doing the same. For other people, it only lasted for one moment and they have all of their other concerns to worry about, so they're not going to continue thinking about that. But because that made you feel so bad, then for you, it's like it's constantly happening. When it's not true, it really does not define all the rest of you. And that is similar to number 4, magnification. When you focus so much on something that it becomes huge in your eyes, much bigger than it really is. Like for example, when you're a parent, sometimes you're impatient, and in that moment you see that you hurt your child's feelings. So you can think, oh, I scarred them for life, now they're never gonna feel loved anymore, even after you already apologize to them and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so terrible. Number 5, minimization. Like for example, when you know you have a bad mental health habit, like clinging to your anxious thoughts, or when you have an addiction, like to a real concrete thing, and you just, because you don't want to let that go because you're so afraid of letting that go, you end up minimizing the effects that it's having in your life and your functioning and you being able to be yourself. Number 6, personalization. It's basically thinking everything's about you, not in a selfish way, but in a really self-conscious way. Like if something bad happens, you're sure you caused it somehow. Like if somebody in a group suddenly got upset, you're sure it's because of you somehow, or you're just really afraid that maybe you upset them. Or more seriously, you can see that a lot in trauma survivors and abuse survivors when they end up personalizing the abuse that they suffered and think that they had something to do with it, that they caused it somehow. Number 7, labeling. Basically calling yourself names, which is not cool to other people, so definitely not cool for you. For example, if you struggle to learn something like math and then you label yourself not a good learner, or if you're in a relationship that someone just doesn't treat you well, then you can, without realizing, label yourself as not worthy to be well treated. Number 8, all or nothing. So you've had a pretty decent day, but that was that one moment that you planned on doing something and didn't work out, and at the end of the day you came in thinking, oh, the whole day was a failure. Or you go to a group of friends and everybody's acting normal, friendly to you, but there was that one person who was not nice to you and you think, wow, I was rejected on that day, completely disregarding all the other people who didn't reject you. There are many more ways that our minds can play tricks on us. I'm gonna wrap this up because my lighting is starting to go away because it's already late afternoon. But yeah, let me know in the comments how that plays out with you. Do you struggle with thoughts like that, and what helps you, if anything? I'd love to know. If you would like more mental health videos, please make sure to give it a thumbs up so I'll know that you want more videos like this. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that little bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And I will see you again on the next one. Bye bye.